And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the very first live webcast episode of AetherX Livestream. So today I'm hosting this on the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel, but I'm going to be doing a AetherX Livestream every 2 weeks. So our next broadcast is going to be on the YouTube link that you see below here, the youtube.com/@etherics store. So that is AetherX's official YouTube, but I wanted to share it here on New Earth Teachings to let my subscribers know about the new AetherX live stream that is happening. So again, our next one will be in 2 weeks' time on Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is Valentine's Day. No, it's not. Day after Valentine's Day, I should say. On the 15th. February 15th will be our next broadcast. But of course, it is a very special day today because we have unveiled some new items that are on the AetherX store, which we'll be getting into here in just a couple of minutes. And I want to thank everybody for being here today because I'm going to take your questions about AetherX. Don't worry, I'm still doing my usual webcasts this week as well too on the New Earth Teachings channel. New Earth Tarot will be live tomorrow, and New Earth TV Live will also be here on Friday. But today is a special day. It is AetherX Day. So it's the day of the official launch of AetherX. So you can see down below here the website etherics.co. Over to the right of the screen, you can see facebook.com/etherics store, instagram.com/etherics store, and of course our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@etherics store. So the recording of today's broadcast will be uploaded onto the AetherX store afterwards. So before we get into everything AetherX, we're going to go ahead and start off with our announcement.
The world's first spiritual rejuvenation technology in the form of modern everyday items has arrived through AetherX. AetherX offers transcendental healing products that work to detoxify, replenish, and restore you on a physical, emotional, and mental level. The Ether Bed Kit takes the form of a powerful rejuvenation technology that utilizes your own life force energy to restore organs, glands, bodily systems, the energy system, and replenish emotional and mental well-being. The AetherX card decks, the healing code cards, eliminate and detoxify physical, emotional, and mental conflicts within the body. 44 beautifully designed geometrical cards specifically designed to work on the major areas of the body, encouraging natural recovery and increased vitality. The healing code cards come in 3 different themes: the body, mind, and energy decks, each with their own specific design to renew and rejuvenate the body. AetherX apparel and accessories that offer comfortable attire and beautiful geometrical and image designs to detoxify, strengthen, and rejuvenate the body. Download our collection of free sample images and cards from our website so that you can witness the benefits of AetherX spiritual technology for yourself. Visit our website now at etherics.co and begin your rejuvenation journey with us.
Okay, so let me go back to other one. There we go. I was getting the wrong windows. All right, so again, guys, that is the AetherX commercial. That is also on the YouTube for AetherX as well, too. And like I said, all questions that you guys have today, let it all be for AetherX. Okay, so if you guys have questions for New Earth Tarot or for New Earth TV Live, that's tomorrow and Friday. So let's save those questions for tomorrow and Friday. So today, again, is regarding AetherX. All right, so if you guys have been working with the products already, because I have had, of course, it wasn't AetherX back then, Healing Code cards, Healing Code shop. All right, so I've been working with Healing Code cards since 2019, I believe it was. So there's definitely been that multi-year history with the Healing Code cards, and I know a lot of you have been working with them. Today we are going to be talking more about the energy deck. Okay, so the energy deck is going to be showcased here in a little bit. And I'm going to be getting to your guys' questions here in a little bit as well, too. So I know there are some questions about the new items, but that's what we're going to talk about right now, is we're actually going to look into the brand new items. So what we see here is the AetherX website. It's very attractive. I actually didn't design this template myself. It was done by a designer. She did an absolutely amazing job. But this is the website. Now, the funny thing, a lot of people get confused by the AetherX URL, by the website link. Okay, it is not etherics.com. Okay, so it is etherics.co. So you have to remember that. I've had a few people say, Brad, I can't find your website. I'm going to etherics.com and I can't find it. Well, that's because it's not etherics.com, right? I wanted to get the .com, but the .com was taken, and somebody has it. And in order for me to get that link would cost a very large amount of money, which of course I didn't have at the time. So, and still really don't have right now either. So I basically just said, okay, I'll just go with etherics.co. Now, there are other links that go directly to the AetherX website. Okay, healingcodecards.com goes to AetherX. Okay, healingcodeshop.com goes to AetherX. Etherics.ca also goes to AetherX. That's AetherX Canada, etherics.ca. And ethericsstore.com also goes right to AetherX as well too. So I got about 4 other domains here that are going directly to the website. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is just the look of the website. Again, we have our Facebook page here, so make sure you guys are following us on Facebook. And I also have a TikTok down here as well too. So I have tutorial videos on TikTok, and I'm going to be putting up a lot more. I'm going to be putting up a lot more of the healing code cards as well too. So you'll find everything that relates to AetherX. The place you want to go for that is TikTok. Okay, TikTok is going to have a lot of the tutorials there. And I'll be putting a little TikTok section on the website here. In the next little while, it'll be up on the nav bar. So you guys can look at some tutorials. If you just go to tutorials here, what I'm going to do is I'll have a drop down, and then I'll say TikTok tutorials. And you guys can go right to the TikTok page. Please feel free to follow along and pass the word on about AetherX. Because again, what I'm offering here through the technology, through AetherX technology, is unlike anything else, right? I was even looking at TikTok the other day as well too, and just looking at med beds, right? There's a lot of people that are talking about med beds, and particularly TikTok, and there's some on YouTube here as well. But there's people talking about med beds, and I'm saying, okay, let me check these things out. There's some people that are actually putting videos up of med beds. They got somebody with a thing that looks like a furnace. They say, yeah, that uses like light particles, and it goes into your DNA, it changes, and the science that they're trying to talk about just didn't make sense. And I saw another quote-unquote med bed where it's like a pod, and a person goes in, and the door closes automatically. Okay, that looks cool. So what does it do? And it shows like 10, 15, 20 seconds of this guy spinning in a pod. So is this like an amusement park ride, or what's going on here? So some of these videos of med beds are, in all due respect, laughable, right? And I still have not really found anything good pertaining to a medbed. I know people have sent me lots of stuff. They've sent me images and videos of these pods. They look like futuristic pods. It's okay. The pods are cool. Don't get me wrong. It's got like a little flat screen interface. Okay, hey, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. That looks really, really cool. But does it rejuvenate the body? Is it healing the person's organs? Is it healing the person's glands? Well, no. It's basically working with certain types of lights and UV and stuff like that. And it's also working with tachyon energy. Okay, well, can we see some results? Can we see some people who are doing this? Is this available to the public? Well, no, it's like special. Oh my God, guys. Really? It's not available to the public. It's not something that thousands or even millions of people can use. And it's not available. It's not something you can put into your house. Oh, no, you have to go to a special place. Well, where is it? Oh, it's in Germany. It's in Europe. Okay, what about people in Canada, United States, or the other side of the world? They're able to go, oh, no, there's a big waiting list. And it's just like it's a tachyon chamber and stuff like that. And no. Not going to work. So I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, guys, but when you're working with the ether bed, that's your med bed, okay? This is something that you're getting from your own home, in your own space. Not only that, you're going to be getting all these other items as well too through AetherX. We got a free sample here, okay? The try before you buy. Okay, there's also a green one as well too. This one requires activation. Okay, I've already gotten some really good testimonials from people who have just used this for free. Okay, and it's fantastic. And there's the other one that is called the non-verbal trial symbol, and it's a green colored one. And as soon as you print it out, it's ready to go. As soon as you put it on a screen, it's ready to go. And it's working with you, it's working with you, it's working with you. And these things are free. Okay, and that's the healing mode that I'm offering you guys completely for free for you guys to try that out. And then we're working with the ether bed kit, and that is taking it to the next level, because that's working with healing mode, that's where you can get sleep mode. There's also a concentration mode as well too, where you can talk to the bed, and the bed is actually going to concentrate on a certain area of your body. So if you got a bad knee, right, and you want the bed to work on your knee, you're basically just putting your hand on the flower and saying, ether bed, concentrate energy on the knee. And it goes right to work. You're laying down on the bed, you got the bed sheet, you got the pillowcase, you got the duvet cover, and it's going right to work with you. Now, the great thing about the duvet cover is you can open it up and you can put your quilt inside the duvet cover, right? So you got a really nice blanket there. Quilt blanket where the quilt can go right inside. It's exactly what my partner has done as well too. She put her quilt inside the duvet cover, and her bed looks amazing. Looks wonderful. Okay, I actually just use the duvet cover myself, but it's really, really great. So this again is the closest. I'm not saying that the ether bed kit is the med bed, okay? But I'm saying the ether bed kit is probably the closest thing publicly on a large level for you guys to work with, because it does heal your organs, because it does heal your glands, because it does heal your bodily systems, because it does work with your energetic network, because it does work with your chakra centers, because it does work with your nadi channels, because it does work with your aura, because it does work with you on an astrological level, because it actually goes into your own karmic imprint and actually helps to soften a lot of these injuries that are going in, dialoguing together with your higher self. Even the med beds themselves can't even do that. Right? If we're looking at SSP med beds, they can't even do that. This one does. So this is why I say this is the closest thing to a med bed that there is the ether bed kit. Okay. The best thing yet is that, like I said, guys, I could be charging thousands and thousands of dollars for the ether bed kit because there's no competition. There's none at all. But I don't want to do that. So it's still within the over $100 range, right? It's starting at 111 up to 155, right? I decided to keep it at that range just for a little bit longer because, again, we're still doing an official rollout. But right now, twin bed starts at 111. Now, again, guys, we have to remember that when you're going onto the AetherX website, okay, everything is in U.S. funds. Okay, you see right here underneath the purple box, note, all prices on this website are in United States funds. So we want to make sure we remember that, okay? And I even put a currency converter on the website as well too, just so you guys can look at it in your own currency. But again, everything is structured with United States dollars, okay? So I just want you guys to remember that. I've had quite a few Canadians come to me and say, Brad, why is this so much more pricier? I thought it was like 111, and then I go into the shopping cart and it's more. I said, well, because it's U.S. funds. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, right? So now I've tried to make that as apparently clear as possible. Everything on the AetherX website is in U.S. funds, okay? Nonetheless, even as within the over $100 range, it's a great deal for what you guys are getting. Now, my supplier, which is called Yoycol, okay, it's Yoycol, okay, they are the suppliers of the bed kit. Now, basically, when you place an order, they put that into production, which means they're actually custom making your own bed kit for you, okay? So the bed kit comes in 4 components, which we'll take a look at right now. So we go to the website. So let's go to product contents. Let's go to ether bed kit contents and FAQ. Okay. So you can see everything here. So this again, guys, also has an FAQ. So you can look at frequently asked questions regarding the ether bed. Okay. So the material and the washing. So it comes with 2 pillowcases, 1 bed sheet, 1 duvet cover. Okay. Now again, as I've said, all materials are made from polyester. That's just simply what my supplier uses. In time, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for others that do use cotton. But right now it is polyester, so you have to be okay with that, okay? So again, we have size guides here, right? The twin, the full, the queen, the king, and the California king. So again, these are the 5 sizes that are available. So twin starts at 111, full is at 122, queen is at 133, king is at 144, California king is at $155 US dollars, okay? You want to make sure you remember that before you purchase it, okay? Make sure it's in US dollars. You have to remember that. So this is all information here about setting up the ether bed kit and about the activation of the ether bed kit. I'm not going to go too much into that, okay? But these are all the benefits of healing mode, right? You can just go through the website and you can look at all of this here. Very simple to get to this website, to get to this page. The sleep mode here is informed as well too. I'm also going to be updating this because there's going to be a new feature with the ether bed kit called universal mode, because people have been asking me about this. Brad, I have an autistic child, right? Or there's a relative in my family who is nonverbal, and I know that they would love to use the Etherbed kit, but they can't talk. So what do I do? Well, this is exactly what I'm putting into the bed right now. It's what's called universal mode. Okay? So what you would do is, if this is the flower of the bed that you're putting your hand down on, you place your hand on that and you're just saying, Etherbed, activate universal healing mode. Okay? Universal healing mode is now activated, and what that means is that anybody can go on the bed and get activated and start working with it, receive the benefits out of healing mode from the bed. They don't have to say anything. Okay? Your dog, your cat can go on the bed and start getting the healing mode just by jumping on the bed. Okay? That's the universal mode. Okay? So there's also the universal sleep mode as well too. So if it's on universal healing mode, anyone who's touching the bed will get the healing mode on them. Okay? When it's in universal sleep mode, anybody who's on the bed, okay, your husband, your wife, your kids, your animals will get universal sleep mode. Okay? And they don't have to say anything. So as long as you know that it's just you to activate that, then you're good to go. Okay? So if you have a young child who has autism, if you have a senior in your home who can't speak well, who basically can't communicate well, then you can set this up for them, right? You put the bed kit on and you just activate it in universal mode, either healing mode or sleeping mode, and they're going to be able to reap the benefits of that in healing and sleep mode. So the non-verbal opportunity for that Etherbed kit will be available. Okay, so that's something I'm going to be coding this week, right, to get in there altogether. You'll know it's up when you see it added to the contents page of Etherbed kit. So I'm going to get around to it. I'm still just doing 1,000 things at once right now, but I should probably get that done either today or tomorrow to get the universal healing and universal sleep modes on the Etherbed kit. All right. So I want to still share some more exciting products that we have. So I'm just going to go to the store page here. So here is the Ether Beach Towel. Okay, so we have 3 different colors. So the Ether Beach Towel has 2 features. It has the healing mode, just as the Etherbed does, and it also has a restore mode. Okay, a restore mode is basically kind of like a deep skin cleanser, but it goes past the skin. It goes into the tendons, it goes into the arteries, it goes into the veins, it goes into the blood vessels. It even goes right into the bone marrow, and it's just cleansing you out. So it's kind of like a cleansing mode, which I call restore mode. Okay, so that's what the beach towel has. So there's 2 different sizes of the beach towel that you can get, and it comes in 3 different color themes. Okay, so that's the new arrival. This is one of the new items that's on AetherX right now. Let's take a look at the ether cloths. Okay, so the ether cloths are now available on AetherX. So we see 3 different color themes here, the blue, the gold, and the pink. So with the ether cloths, what you're doing is when you get it in the mail, because this is also through Yoicall, okay, the same people that have made the Etherbed are making these as well too. They're much more simpler delivery, so it certainly won't take as long as the Etherbed kit. But basically you'll get it in the mail, and when you get it in the mail, you'll see a little hole in the center of the cloth. Okay, let me see if I can click on the button here and get a bit of a bigger picture here. Okay, so right here you see a little hole here in the center. Now, optionally, if you want to, you can poke a hole through the center hole if that just makes it easier for you to breathe. Okay, so just try to keep it in between the center of that white space. Try and keep it in the center of the white hole. So if you have like a little pair of scissors and you want to snip a little opening there in the center while the cloth is on your face, you can certainly do that. That's not a problem at all. Okay, but just make sure you're not touching the geometry. Okay, the geometry is where the codes are. So again, if you want to give a little snip in the center there, just so it's easier for you to breathe when you have the ether cloth on your face, you can certainly do that. That's not a problem. So what does the ether cloth have? Well, the ether cloth has, again, 2 modes. So it has the healing mode, right? So basically all the items that you're seeing have the healing mode, okay? The t-shirts have a healing mode, okay? So just very much like you get with the free samples, okay, that's healing mode. So every particular product on the AetherX website has a healing mode function, okay? And the healing mode function by itself is powerful. But again, this also has the facial mode. So the facial mode is what I was talking about, very similarly to the towels, right? The towels have the restore mode, right, where it's working to restore your whole body. This has a facial mode. So what the facial mode does is it's going to reverse age your face. That's basically what it's looking to do. It's helping to get rid of wrinkles. It's helping to get rid of scars, right? If there's scars on the face, if there's wrinkles on their face, if there's moles on the face, it's going to help to get rid of those too, okay? But this is after continual usage. You want to use it for quite some time. Like I said, the science behind the AetherX products with the ether codes is that it's tapping into your life force energy contained in your solar plexus, right? So as you're placing this on your face and you activate it, okay? So you activate it and you say, okay, ether cloth, activate facial mode. Okay, so this requires activation as well too. So as that happens, you just put it on your face and it goes to work right on you. Okay, I'll probably get a universal mode for both the beach towels and the ether cloths as well too. For the shirts, it should be your shirt. No one else should be wearing your shirt. So I think we're okay with the t-shirts. But basically with the ether cloth, if someone else wants to use it, who's nonverbal, we'll have the universal mode for that as well too. The same thing with the beach towel, okay? So if someone wants to use it who's nonverbal, then of course they'll be able to use that as well too, all right? So again, that's the ether cloth, again, having the healing mode and the facial mode all together. So let's go ahead and check out the other one here, the ether t-shirts. So I used to have an old supplier that was called Spreadshirt, okay? And I had a lot of different geometries in that, but those are basically retired now, okay? So I'm going to be getting bigger and better shirts, okay? The shirts that I'm going to be putting out, as well as the accessories and apparel that are going to be coming out in the AetherX brand, is going to be far, far better than what I did on healingcoachshop.com, okay? So this is why I'm basically kind of starting from scratch with the t-shirts. And like I said, if you still have those old t-shirts, they still work just the same, right? It's no problem. But I'm not really focusing on those anymore because those ones didn't work with the solar plexus healing technology like what we're doing here with AetherX, okay? So the t-shirts are going to be stronger. They're going to be better. They're going to be more durable. They're going to have healing mode. And they're also going to have what's known as transfer mode, okay? So transfer mode is a fascinating thing pertaining to the AetherX t-shirts. So what you're doing is once you have the shirt on you, you'll notice that over here, with the activator T, let me just go ahead and click on here so we get a bigger picture, okay? So you see over here, just on the right sleeve, you'll see a little triangle, and that's what you're touching. You're just touching the triangle, okay? And you're saying ether shirt, activate transfer mode, okay? And as you do that, your entire shirt is now flowing, the energy through your shirt is now flowing into your hands. So if there's someone right in front of me and they want me to do a healing on them, I just place my hands upon them. That person is now instantly getting all the benefits of the codes that are contained inside your shirt to them, with you doing hands-on healing to them. Okay? This is something that nobody has ever done. Okay? This is training you to be a healer. So we're working together with your own excess life force energy contained in your prana, and when you activate transfer mode, okay, your hands, you may start to feel them flowing. You may start to feel the life force energy flowing through your hands, and then you're touching somebody, right? You touch them on the shoulders, you can touch them on the back, top of the head, whatever they feel comfortable with, and you just stay there with them. And they are feeling the healing mode effect of your shirt as you're transferring that to them, okay? So this is the whole idea, guys. Someone says magic clothes. Maybe they are, because my friends, you are magic, okay? Do you guys really know what the root of magic means? It means magnetism. That's all it is. Magic is magnetism. Magnetism is magic. And that's what's happening. Your life force energy is magnetism, okay? And it's divine magnetism, you can say. But nonetheless, you're passing your magnetism over to somebody else. And now if you're with them for a few minutes or so, forever, how long you want to do hands-on healing with them, they're receiving the benefits of the shirt, which means their organs are getting repaired, their glands are getting repaired, their bodily systems are getting repaired. And so you're kind of being this healing instructor for them. And so, okay, just lay down on the couch or sit here on the chair. I'll put my hands on your shoulders, and I want you just to tune in to what I'm doing, right? So again, through traditional healing, we basically just focus through the breath, right? And through the breath comes the healing work that is transferred from one to another. Now what this is doing, like I said, this is taking your excess life energy and you're transferring it to them, okay? Don't worry, you got plenty and plenty and plenty of life force energy, but this life force energy is coded, so it's working more specifically, it's working more intricately as you're healing up another person's organs. as you're healing another person's glands, as you're healing another person's nervous system, as you're healing another person's bodily systems, as you're healing their chakras, as you're healing their nadi channels, okay? You're giving their entire body a replenishment with you functioning as the healer in transfer mode. So this is teaching you how to be a healer, okay? For those of you who are already healers, we probably don't need that instruction, right? But you're still using this because it has the intricate capabilities of working with the body specifically, and it's healing everything, all right? So that's the unique premise behind the ether shirts, okay? So the ether shirts are not only working with healing mode, but they have that transfer mode function so that you can share in the healing with other people who have not heard of the shirt. Say, oh my God, I want to get this shirt because your healing felt so good. Where can I get it? Oh, get it from etherics.co. And then they go get a t-shirt. They put it on. Now they become a healer. And then they tell somebody else and they go get a shirt. They put it on. And now they become a healer. Okay? This is the goal, guys. This is why AetherX exists. I'm teaching you guys how to heal yourselves just by working together with these templates, because once you know, you really don't even need the templates anymore. You know how to do this, okay? The AetherX technology is teaching you how to be a healer. That's the entire nature of why I'm doing this business, okay? It's worldwide healing on another level. One of the slogans that we have for AetherX is bringing your inner power outwards, okay? That's like our slogan for AetherX. And that's exactly what I'm doing with you guys, is I'm helping you to bring your inner power outwards, okay? So when we're wearing a shirt, if we're on the ether bed, okay, if we're using the ether cloth, the ether towels, all of those things, they're just teaching you how you can heal yourself. So if you have been able to see a great deal of improvement for yourself when you wake up the next morning from your ether bed kit, and it's, oh my God, I got all this energy, I just want to go and do all these things. Well, that's the sign. Right? When you first go onto the ether bed, you're going to notice you may feel a bit sluggish, right? You're kind of feeling kind of beaten down, right? I've had a lot of heavy energies on me. I feel very stagnant. And the first couple of weeks, I'd say the very first 2 weeks, you're going to feel an incredible surge of healing being done on you through the ether bed, whether it's in healing mode or whether it's in sleep mode. And then you wake up every morning and say, I got all this energy. I got tons and tons of energy now, and I can start using it. Exactly. Okay. So the healing mode, like I said, works more with the physical body and the energy body. The sleep mode, again, works with encouraging your ability to sleep. It helps you with vivid dreaming. If you're experienced with lucid dreaming, it can help you to lucid dream as well, too. It also works with your Akashic records. It works with your karma. Okay, it works with your higher self. It dialogues with your higher self to see if we can soften certain things that are coming together. It's infinite intelligence working through you because you are that, right? That's what AetherX is all about. It's about healing the world. Right, that's what we're doing here. And it's a simple technology. It's not trying to replace healers. In fact, it's trying to create healers more. It's encouraging healers a lot more. Okay, that's what I'm doing here with etherics.co. So again, the technology works, right? This is, again, you are the power source, just like you saw in the commercial. You're the power source. This is all coming through your solar plexus energy. The reason why I'm teaching that, guys, is because this is an ancient healing modality. Tibetan monks have known about this healing technique for a very, very long time, right? Indian gurus have known about this particular type of healing technology for thousands of years, where you're working with your solar plexus and you're using your other hand as kind of like the positive and negative lead, and you're healing people through the power of the solar plexus. That's your reservoir. That's your ocean of prana. That's what we're tapping into through the bed, okay? And that's what we're tapping in through the shirts. That's what we're tapping into through the cloths, through the towels, through all of the items that are going to be coming through the ether bed, all right? So before I get into the energy deck, because I do want to share this with you guys today, and I'm going to get to your questions here as well too very shortly, I'm going to announce a brand new product that is going to be coming on February 15th. So we have our February 1st rollout today. Remember, guys, you can see the promo code up here. Use promo code FEB1, okay, all capital letters, FEB1. Make sure you put that into the shopping cart page, okay? So when you're at the shopping cart and you see the review of the order, just below your order, you'll see the link, enter a promo code. Okay, you want to click on that enter a promo code link, and you want to enter Feb1. Okay, you will receive 15% off all the purchase of your order. Okay, so please don't press the purchase button until you see the confirmation of that discount. Okay, so you want to make sure you apply that first before you press the purchase button. Most people are doing this. There's some people that come to, oh, Brad, I forgot to press the 15%. I'm like, yeah, it's a little hard to fix, but Yeah, please make sure you're applying it first before you do that. So this is good till February 8th. Okay, so we got a whole week of a 15% discount. So I have two big announcements here. The first announcement here is on February 15th. I'm going to be introducing the Ether mat, okay, which is a yoga mat. Okay, the Ether yoga mat will basically come in two different styles. Number one, rubber. Number two, foam. The rubber one's slightly cheaper. Foam's a little more pricier. But the yoga mat will have three different modes to it. Number one, healing mode. Number two, yoga mode. When you're actually doing yoga, it will vitalize your body, giving you the strength to do your yoga postures, or fitness as well too. If you want to use it as a fitness mat, you can do that. Number three, sleep mode. Okay, the yoga mat will also have sleep mode, just like the ether bed kit. Okay, the yoga mat is the cheaper version of the ether bed. Okay, so if you have the yoga mat, it comes in this beautiful sacred geometrical pattern. It's gorgeous, right? And it comes in blue, gold, and pink. Okay, and this is for people who don't want to use polyester. Then you use the yoga mat. Okay, so basically you can take your pillow, just put a pillow on your head, and just lay down on the yoga mat. And you can set it to sleep mode, you can set it to healing mode, and you can set it to yoga mode. Okay, so yoga mode again is what's giving you this power. It's giving you strength. It's giving you vitality. It doesn't even have to be yoga mode. Like I said, it could be a fitness, right? You could be doing a fitness program, and you're getting all this energy while you're on the mat. Okay, so that is going to be coming February 15th. Okay, is the ether mat. And that is kind of a combination of what I was going to do, because I was going to originally do an ether yoga mat and an ether regenerator mat, but I said, no, I'm going to put them together. Let's just put one together. Let's do the ether mat. So it looks like it's a yoga mat basically, but again, you're able to activate that in those three modes, okay? And it will have universal mode assigned to it. So if a nonverbal person in your household wants to use it, healing mode, sleep mode, yoga mode, they'll be able to do that, okay? So that is the yoga mat. Well, why then buy the ether bed kit? Well, because it's a lot more comfortable for one. It's a lot more comfortable for one, and it's on your bed, and you're going to be sleeping, I'd say, 8 hours on a bed and not a yoga mat, right? I think you'd probably take a nap on a yoga mat, but I don't know if you're going to be sleeping on the yoga mat on a wooden floor for 8 hours. Okay, so the ether bed kit still has usefulness to it. Okay, and it's part of your pillowcases, it's part of your bed sheet, it's part of your duvet cover. It's important for you to have an ether bed kit as well too. This is an alternative. Okay, if a person doesn't want to use polyester, and I'm working on that, I'm going to see if we can get some cotton coming together very, very soon. But if you want to just use a yoga mat where it's a rubber mat or where it's a foam mat, and you want to use that in the meantime, then you can use that. If I would say, okay, which one do you want to pick? Well, I mean, you want to have the ether bed kit, because that's where you're spending 8 hours a night on. You want the ether bed kit, right? But this is something good. Maybe in the day you want to go and have a nap. You want to nap in Shavasana, all right? Then you can do that. You can do that with the yoga mat, okay? That's why both of them there. They both serve their own purposes, okay? And so it's important to look at that in that way. But that is coming. It'll be pretty close to. I won't mention the price yet. I think I'll wait till the 15th for that. But there will be a 15% off discount on the 15th as well too. Okay, we're gonna always have 2 discount offers per month. Okay, there will always be a 15% off. The first week of the month and the middle point of the month. Okay, there will always be discounts. Okay, also coming on February 15th is a second announcement, and that is the affiliate campaign. Okay, an affiliate program. Now, there are certain prerequisites for you to be an affiliate with AetherX. Okay. But when you start to enroll in the affiliate program, which me and my team are creating right now, you'll be able to get 10% commission off every single sale that you bring your referrals on, right? If they purchase something, you're getting 10% of their commission to you, okay? And so that is how it starts out. And basically, I'll have a little bit more information on the affiliate campaign. As I said, there are some affiliate prerequisites that you have to pass first. But once you pass that, this is something that you could make into a business. This is something that can be quite beneficial for you. Okay, so I'll have more details with the affiliate campaign that's coming up, and it's going to debut February 15th. Okay, so more information on that will be on the website here very shortly. Okay, so how about I get into the energy deck now? All right. So I'm going to look at some of these cards here. I'm not going to go through all of them, Now, again, if you've been on the website already, you know that the body deck printed edition is already sold out. Okay, so as it's sold out, what I would suggest in the meantime is just grab the digital edition. Okay, grab the digital edition of the body deck, get it printed out, take it to a printer, get them to print it on photo paper. Okay, you can even ask for the backing if you want to have the backing as well too, and get that printed out. You can do that as well too. If you have the means through your own printer, go ahead and do that. If you don't really know what you're doing with printing, I would say just go to a professional, right? Go to a print shop in your area. Some places are even online. They can print it out for you, and then they can ship it to you. That's an option as well too. Okay, but basically the healing code cards right now are getting low, right? There's a lot of purchases through them, and I'm still trying to keep up with all the orders. We've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orders for the healing code cards. So I'm just personally fulfilling everyone. So it does take a little bit of time, right? It'll probably take about 3 to 4 weeks after I get your order, okay, to try and fulfill as much as possible. But in the meantime, work with the digital edition because that's instant. Take it to a print shop, get it printed out, okay? So energy deck. Here's an interesting card right here. The food and drink purifier. So Brad, how does this work? Well, basically if I have my glass of water right here, like I said, we already have a water charging mode. We're just doing the same thing. And this is also putting the codes directly into the water that will replenish the water, that will actually make it taste good. We're actually putting a lot more prana into the water than what we would traditionally do through the water mode as well too. So this will help to energize and decontaminate the water altogether. This will also help with food. I'm not saying you need to go out in the wilderness and you're using this, okay, because that'll probably take some time before that happens. But what I'm saying is you're actually getting a good charge. You're getting vitality, prana, flowing into the water altogether. It's basically using its own prana of the water, and it's refurbishing it, it's restoring it, it's replenishing it, it's revitalizing it, right? So it's good to usually leave it on bottled water for like 5 or 10 minutes, okay? If you have a plate of food, I would suggest putting some wrap over it, and then just gently placing the card on top of that wrap, putting the food aside maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, and then go ahead and eating it, okay? So that's the food and drink purifier that is contained inside the energy deck, okay? So we also have some of these different ray colored cards, okay? So we have an aqua ray, we have a blue ray, etc. So Brad, what do these do? Well, every organ in your body contains certain rays of frequencies. So this is basically a frequency purifier for specific rays. So one example here would be your thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland would be operating on the aqua ray spectrum. So you're actually working to charge the vibration behind the material, representing that of the thyroid gland, okay? Same thing with the blue ray here, okay? Some of our organs work with blue ray, particularly the kidneys, okay? And that's also working with the kidneys. It's also working with the chakras as well too, that work on the blue ray spectrum. It's also working with energetic centers in your body that are also working with the blue ray spectrum, okay? So that just goes throughout all the rays, the different ray colors, okay? So we're looking at different organs, and you can also find what they represent on the website as well too, okay? There's contents there. So here's another one that's quite interesting. This is the sleep purifier, okay? So this also works very similar to like what the ether bed is. Like I said, I think the ether bed is much more powerful, but the sleep purifier also helps just to settle you down, right? It's working with your energy. It's encouraging the energies to go calm. It's encouraging your energies to settle. It's bringing yourself into a much more subtle state of being. That's the sleep purifier. People who have insomnia, okay? People who have sleep apnea, using this card here, the sleep purifier in the energy deck, can help you a lot. Not to mention the ether bed kit as well too. Okay, I'm just going through some here. I'm not going to cover all of them. We're going to cover some. Okay. So this one's quite interesting, is the Tree Life Force Integrator. Okay. So I actually went into nature and I started integrating nature energy into this card altogether, capturing the essence of nature and putting it into the card. So this is almost like you're standing barefoot on the earth, right? So you're just putting it on your body. I can feel it right away. It's like I'm getting visions of the forest. I'm getting visions of the trees. This is a great grounding card, okay? So it works more directly with the feeling of the trees, right? So it's capturing the essence of the trees and bringing it in there, just helping to stabilize you, okay? There's another one. There's a grounding enhancer that's in the mind deck. The grounding enhancer is a little bit different because the frequency I used to capture that in the mind deck came from a PMF mat, okay? Oh, sorry, not a PMF mat, not a PMF mat, a grounding mat, an earthing mat as we call it. There is a PMF integrator in the energy deck. But basically what I used is I used a grounding mat for the mind deck for that particular card and captured the 7.83 hertz frequency, and that's the grounding frequency that's contained in the mind deck's grounding enhancer. This one has captured the essence of trees, so they're a little bit different, but again, they still operate in similar frequencies. Okay, more in the vegetation tree frequency. Okay, let's take a look at some other ones here. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go through the whole deck. Just want to show you guys some of these things. Okay, so these ones are pretty basic because they're organs. All right. So we have the spinal purifier right here. So Brad, what's the difference if I have the body deck, for example? Okay, and if I have the spinal enhancer, and here's the spinal purifier, what's happening? Okay, so the body deck, when you work with the body deck's spinal enhancer, that's detoxifying, that's clearing out, that's purging, that's trying to get the body to purge a lot of the toxicities that are contained inside the spine, right? It's also helping to heal any injuries that are there. What this is doing is this is purifying and refining your spine. Okay, it's almost like a crystallization. It's moving in, and it's kind of like it's transmuting the spine, right? So it works kind of in a different way, a different pattern, okay? So it works much more in a transmutation and purification and refinement state, whereas the body deck would work a lot more with working with detoxifying, getting a lot of the sludge out, getting a lot of the garbage, the gunk out. That's what it's doing. It's more of a purging one, right? This one is more of a replenishment one. So that's the difference between the energy deck and the body deck. Is one better than the other? No. All three decks complement each other perfectly. Okay, they were designed to basically function as one. Okay, but rather than sorting out a bunch of cards and finding out which one is for you, like I said, you can do that. It does take time though. But you know, this is exactly why I made the cards, because it gives variety. Just start with this. Okay, start with this on your spine. Okay, your free trial symbol. Get that, activate it, use the non-verbal one, which you don't even have to activate, and just lay down on your bed. Put some plastic leaflets on it, and just lay down and see how you feel. Now, while I'm doing that, I can also grab the energy deck and put it on top of me as well too. So I'm working with the free trial symbols, and I'm working with the energy deck. Maybe I have the body deck, spinal enhancer on top of me. My spine is getting a beautiful rejuvenation to it. Okay. So some people have asked me about that too. Is it true that I can use the healing code cards body deck or the energy deck or the mind deck while I'm also using the ether bed? Yes, of course, right? Or while I'm using the free trial symbols? Yes, of course you can, right? So there's no limit to that at all. And of course we have the brain purifier. So you'll notice again there's organ cards within the energy deck. So like I said, none does a better job than the other. They all work in a unique way. So when we're looking at the mind deck, the mind is clearing away a lot of emotional and mental turmoil in the spine. Okay, so it's working with the emotional and mental disarray in the spine. The physical body, the body deck is working with the physical detoxification. The energy deck is just crystallizing everything, refining everything, rejuvenating everything. It's kind of like it's taking the best of the physical and the mental and the emotional and putting them together and refining everything together. So they all work together as this great trio, right? So it's good to have the body, the mind, and the energy decks, all right? Okay, guys, that's what I wanted to show you with the energy deck. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take some questions. And so I'm just going to look on the chat here to see if anybody has any questions. And it's going to go up at the top of the chat. And I got a donation here from Elaine. Yeah, guys, we're not doing any questions about New Earth Tarot today, okay? This is the AetherX broadcast. Please save your questions till tomorrow for that, okay? So here's one from Jan. Jan says, a question, how will the face cloth affect eyes that have already had cataract surgery? Well, it's going to help you with the recovering process. So Jan, if you've already ordered the ether cloth, what you want to do is as soon as you get it, put it on healing mode, okay? Or on facial mode if you want to. Facial mode will work great too. But basically, you're putting it right on your eyes. I have my ether cloth that's in the other room. Let me see if I can grab that one because I want to give you guys a demonstration. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so here's the ether cloth. Okay, now this is a prototype. This is not the same one that is the one that you get. The hole in the middle was actually way smaller in the new version. Okay, this is the prototype. But again, the functionality of it is still the same. throat's getting dry. All right. So what I would do is I would just fold this in half, just like this. I place my hand down upon it. Ether cloth, activate facial mode. Ether cloth, amplify. So let me go back. Ether cloth, increase amplification by 100%. Okay. So now that I've activated it and I've increased the amplification on it, I can just fold it kind of like so it looks like a band. Okay. And I'm doing this. And I'm laying on my couch. I'm laying on my bed. I'm laying on my yoga mat. I can already see streams of colors coming into my eyes right now. Okay? Just by doing that. And I'll take a nap. Okay? Or if I'm laying down for bed, I'm ready to go to sleep on the ether bed. Okay? Then I'll just put this right over my eyes, just like this, just like a band. Right? And now it's working on my eyes. If I can just stay laying on my back for quite some time, you're going to get some massive recovery taking place with your eyes over time. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to be done in one night, but you're going to feel a lot better as you sleep more and more with this, with the ether cloth. Okay? So especially if you have the ether bed as well too, and you're using this in combination, which I do. Right? I'll basically just lay down on the ether mat. I'll put this on me just like this, and my whole face, I can feel the chi, the prana, flowing through, clearing up the face. It looks great, feels nice and smooth, and it works fantastic. Okay, so that is what I would recommend, Gian, is if you already have the ether cloth that's on the way, fantastic. But as soon as you use it, activate it in either healing mode or facial mode. Either way is fine. All right, I'd probably say facial mode because facial mode focuses more on the eyes. So I'd say put it on facial mode and amplify it 100%. Okay, and just put it on your face like a little band. Okay, and just do that every single night. Even if you want to do a nap during the day, do that as well too. Another thing you can do, it looks kind of funny. You can just do this as well too. Oh my God, that feels so good. Right? You look kind of funny with it on, but nonetheless, it does a great, incredible job to helping you heal the entire face. Again, facial mode is specifically for that. So if it's a problem with your eyes, if you had cataract surgery, then yeah, you want to give your eyes some rest. This will certainly help with the recovery process. Because again, you're getting your living prana up here. Okay. Here's a hint for you guys as well too. When you're on the ether bed, do some pranayama. Okay. Pranayama is also going to help with your prana flowing a lot more stronger. Okay. So heart rate variability breath, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Okay. Nadi Shodhana pranayama. Doing that. This is helping to get your breath, your prana flowing. Okay, so again, all that energy from the solar plexus is going up, but you're also reinforcing the prana flow within yourself. So you want to do some pranayama breathing exercises before, during, and after using the AetherX technology, because that's helping to replenish your organs a lot more. Okay, I'm not saying you have to do it the entire time. Obviously, we're not going to do that for 8 hours, but I'd say do it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. Do about 5 or 10 minutes worth of pranayama breath control, okay? Just before you put it on, and then put it on, and then maybe you want to do it while you have it on. Great. All right, I left it on for a few minutes. I'm going to do a little bit more pranayama. Oh my God, I feel good. Okay, so you want to include breath control. You want to include pranayama as you're also using the AetherX technology, right? I have another AetherX shirt right here, the dragon, okay? So this too has codes in it. So again, while I'm using this, I can also do pranayama, and that will also assist in the flow of prana. Okay? Very good question. Thank you, Gian. Okay, let's go down the list here to see if there's any other questions that you guys have. Okay, so Love of Spirit says, question, hi Brad, I ordered 3 weeks ago and excited to receive. How long do you think I might be confirmed shipment? So basically what happened, guys, is my supplier, Yoicall, they have been busy. Their entire staff has been busy with a spring festival. Okay, so you could say like Chinese New Year in that way. And they weren't, their department, which is the home department, which is where they make the bed kits, was very much lacking, right? There was hardly anybody on to really do any of the production throughout January. So now they're starting to get back into it, right? Being February 1st, they're now coming back onto it full bore. So there has unfortunately been some production delays, because of them focusing on the spring festival where they are. Okay, so now that that's done and over with, now they're getting full-time commitment back into completing the bed department. Okay, so the bed department or the home department is where the ether bed kits are being produced. So it should be rolling out here this week. Okay, so a lot of them are. So again, if you've been waiting a while and you haven't received a tracking link number from myself or my staff, then you can feel free to reach out to me. Okay, and the contact page is on the website on AetherX. Okay, thank you for your question. Yeah, I know a few people have already ordered and they're just waiting for delivery. Absolutely, guys. I know what you mean. Like I said, they got kind of caught up with this festival. But like I said, they're going to go back full gear now. Okay. So this one here is from NP. How can I activate the symbols for my non-speaking English children, 3 and 7 years? The universal mode. Okay, so just like I talked at the beginning of the broadcast, that the ether bed kit has universal mode. Okay, so universal healing, universal sleep mode. Okay, you activate that and they can go right into it. So again, if they're doing healing mode and they want it to be in sleep mode, then you would be the provider for that. You would just put your hand on each symbol, each of the flower symbols of the ether bed, and you're activating universal sleep mode, okay? And doing that. So you're kind of like the activator for the family, okay? So that's basically it, guys. One of you has to be the activator for the family, okay? They may not know what's going on. They may not know what's happening. They may not know the science behind it. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't even know. But nonetheless, you activate the bed just as instructed, and it's going to work wonders for yourself, your family, your friends, anybody who's sharing your bed, okay? This is why I say, again, the ether bed would be the #1 product I would recommend. Like I said, the ether yoga mat is going to be great, but like I said, you're not really going to want to sleep on a yoga mat, right? You're not going to want to have 8 hours on a yoga mat. So this is why I suggest using the ether bed kit, because it will have the same functions. Okay, the ether yoga mat does not have concentration mode, okay? Ether bed kit does. The reason why the ether yoga mat will not have concentration mode is because it doesn't cover the entirety of your body, okay? So basically the ether bed kit does. It covers about 90% of your body. So you want to have that with concentration mode, okay? So it will have sleep mode, but it will not have concentration mode. So again, it's important that you're getting the ether bed kit, okay? That's the third mode that is on the ether bed kit, is concentration mode, okay? And that's the only product that's going to have concentration mode because of how much it covers your body. That's why it's important, okay? So let's go to the next question. Let me see. And hello, everybody, from where you are, from New Zealand, from Michigan, from Sweden. Great, good to see you all here. Okay, this one here is from Good Springs Hope. Good Springs Hope says, hi, Brad, I purchased the ether bed kit king size for my son and his wife. Can one of them activate the bed for sleep mode and the other healing mode at the same time? If it's not universal, okay? So basically, if you're in the universal mode, the mode that is applied by either of them, that's the mode that sticks until it's turned off, okay? If two of them, in that sense, are working with the bed, then they want to just work with the standard mode, okay? So the standard healing mode, which means that everything's activatable based on the person, okay? So if it's your son and his wife, your son gets his mode, right? He gets healing mode, and his wife gets sleep mode, okay? So that's basically the standard mode. The standard mode works through the person. The universal mode works through the entire bed, okay? So that's the difference. So I'm not trying to confuse you guys, but like I said, a lot of people have asked for non-verbal assistance through the technology with the ether bed kit, so that's why I'm putting it on, okay? So if you want your own individual settings, then you want to do it in the standard mode, okay? So just healing mode, just sleep mode. If you want the entire bed to be available for everybody, universal healing mode or universal sleep mode, okay? So that's the difference between standard mode and universal mode, all right? Thank you for the question. That's a good one too. All right. This one is walking in light. So are we talking AI tech for the duvet cover? I have heard some frightening warnings about AI and its powerful plan to take over humanity. Guys, everything in etherics is spirit, okay? There is no artificial intelligence technology. AI can't do this, okay? What I'm basically telling you guys about what's available here in etherics, artificial intelligence can't do. Okay, that is a primitive Neanderthal technology. This is your own life force. So if you tune back into the beginning of this broadcast where you saw the commercial, okay, you see the guy standing there in the white light, right, where it says you are the power source. That has nothing to do with AI, guys. Okay, first of all, I'm not an engineer. I'm not an AI engineer. I'm not even really like a mechanical engineer whatsoever. What I am is I'm a spirit engineer. Okay, that's my area. So when you're working with the ether cloth, guys, there's no AI in this. Okay, this is nothing but a simple cloth with a geometry printed on it, and it's what's inside the geometry that counts. Okay, when you're working with the healing code cards, guys, there's no AI inside these cards. These are perfectly ordinary tarot-like cards that have beautiful printed geometry on them, and it's what's inside the geometry on a spirit level that counts. Okay, this is no more different than transcendental meditation. Okay, are you guys familiar with transcendental meditation? TM. Okay, very similar to that. Now, that's just giving an analogy of what I'm doing with the codes, because what I do actually goes beyond transcendental meditation, but it's a close analogy. Okay, transcendental meditation in Sanskrit would also be referred to as dhyana. Okay, it's great concentration on an object. It's absorption into an object. That's the concentration that comes together. What I do in my own way, which I don't think I'm going to give away anytime soon, right? It's kind of best that that secret stays with me right now. What I do in my own way is I'm imbuing these codes directly into this geometry, okay? And I do that through my ability to connect to spirit, okay? So when you're connecting with spirit, I'm connecting to my source. As I'm connecting to my source, my intentions to programming everything within these codes, or within these items, come through the codes. The codes go into the geometry and they stay there, okay? They will stay there permanently until I say that I don't want them in the geometry anymore. Okay, nobody can override my codes. Okay, my codes are completely ironclad, right? So it's not about a person says, okay, well, Brad did this with the ether cloths, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some stuff in there. Oh, go ahead. You won't be able to touch it. Okay, you won't be able to erase anything in that way. As far as that geometry goes, that belongs to me. Okay, and it's completely coded. So unless you're able to find out how to completely reverse my codes, which I doubt, then this geometry is going to stay completely intact. Okay, same thing with the healing code cards in that way. I would say it is practically impossible for anybody to clear away the codes in the geometry, or for anybody to alter the codes in the geometry except for me. Okay, I'm the gatekeeper of this. So this again is when you're looking at a symbol just like this, that is printed in this way, that is organized in this way, right? Even if you basically tried to reproduce this, so I'm going to try and reproduce the logo, I'm going to try and reproduce it. Like I said, you're not taking a picture, but you're trying to reproduce it. It won't have the codes, right? You could try to reproduce this perfectly, and it wouldn't have the codes, okay? So again, that's the essence of it. It is impossible to hack this. You cannot hack the spirit. It's not possible, right? So a person can come to me, yeah, Brad, I created the exact same geometry with you. Did you take a picture? No. I just looked at what you did, and I reproduced everything pertaining to the geometry and everything pertaining to the background, and now I can get the codes in. No, you can't. Nope. You won't be able to do it. You have to have this, okay? And it needs to come through me. So if you don't have me with it, that's putting codes in it, I don't care if you reproduce this flawlessly, it won't have codes, okay? So this is hack proof, okay? And that's the power of spirit. You cannot hack spirit. It's not possible, right? So if a person takes a picture, right, like I said, if you're basically printing out this, right, and you're using it, yeah, then I'm pretty sure that's going to work really, really well for you, because that's exactly what's available here, is using that and printing that out. Okay? But you cannot reproduce this and expect that it's going to work for you. It's not going to work, right? So this again is why the codes are hack proof, and there's no AI involved whatsoever. These are perfectly ordinary cloths. It's a perfectly ordinary bed kit. Everything like that is perfectly ordinary. What's special is what's inside these codes, and they cannot be hacked. It's not possible, right? This is why, again, there's nothing on the earth like this. This is why it's such a unique, beautiful idea, innovation that I want to give to you guys, teaching you guys how to be healers. And if you guys are already healers, now we have something tangible that we can encourage healing for the entire planet with. And that's why I want to take etherics as far and as wide as I can with this technology. All right. So I know, again, another good question, Walking Light. Thank you for that. Okay. So I'm just going down the list here a bit more. So David of, actually no, sorry. Okay, here's one from Russ Kaiser, I believe. I'll just say Russ here. Do the etheric shirts work with weight loss? Well, they work with your organs. You see, weight loss is not meant to be focused directly on your excess of weight, right? So if you're 50 pounds overweight and trying to write codes with the idea of trying to lose that 50 pounds of excess weight can't be done, nothing's going to happen. So what needs to happen in that sense is we need to balance out your blood sugar, we need to lower your carbs, we need to replenish your organs, we need to boost up your immune system, and we also need to get you moving. Okay? So doing that is what's going to help you lose weight. So guys, I've lost 36 pounds. Okay, I used to be 238 pounds. Now I'm 202. Okay? What I did was the 1 meal a day, and I did the keto diet. Okay? And that is what caused me to lose 36 pounds. So, like I said, prana works with as well too. I was also doing kapobati. I was doing a lot of pranayama. I was also working with the healing code cards with my organs. Okay, so that was helping as well too. So there's a lot more to it than the idea of just saying, oh, there's a weight loss. There's just a weight loss code that I can put in there. Even when I'm using the weight loss enhancer in the body deck, that's working with your organs. That's working with your immune system. That's working with your blood sugars, right? That's working with getting a lot of the stuff that's causing this fat to remain in your body to try to dissipate over time. Okay, so there's a science behind it. It's not so much an idea as, okay, I'm excess weight, just get the excess out of the weight out of the body. I can't do that. Okay, it has to be other systems. You have to work with other approaches to make the weight loss happen. Okay, but a very important thing besides all the healing technology is your diet. Okay, guys, over 80% of weight loss comes from your diet. Okay, even when you have the healing codes here. Okay, that's only a 20% effect. Your diet means everything. So you want to make sure that you're eating well, right? You're cutting back on sugars. You're making sure your blood sugar levels is good. Okay, you're cutting back on carbs as well too. Low carbs, low sugars. And that is really what helps. And you may also want to do some intermittent fasting as well too. Some people may want to just do like 24-hour fasting, 48-hour fasting. That works great as well too. And while you're doing that, work with the healing code cards. While you're doing that, work with the ether cloth or the ether bed kit. And that's helping to revitalize and rejuvenate your organs, your glands, your bodily systems. Yes, that helps. But diet is such a very important part of weight loss. Okay? So diet really is the key here. So thank you for your question. Okay. Okay, here's another question from Russ. Russ says, if the one being healed doesn't believe it works, will etheric products still work? That doesn't matter. Okay? I've accounted for that from the very beginning, my friend. Okay? What basically happens when people feel like their beliefs are getting in the way is when a person is trying to do some type of healing on them, right? A person's trying to do some type of healing. All right, I'm going to feel I'm going to put my prana on you, and you just go ahead and react. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Then nothing will go through, okay? Because that person is trying to bring their energy, their brand of energy into that person and their brand of being. And no, you can basically deny that through belief. That's not what this is doing, okay? Etherics works with your own life force energy. Okay, this is not somebody else's energy. This is not my energy that's imbued in these things. Guys, you won't find a trace of my energy in any of these products at all. Okay, the codes from spirit are in there that I've provided and facilitated, but they do not have their own energy. It's not energy. Okay, this is basically intent. Okay, so we could say that there's thought intention here, but there's no living prana that's contained inside this cloth, thinking that this cloth has all the prana and you got no prana whatsoever, and so this is just going to come in and just give you prana. Okay, it doesn't work that way. That's not how the science works. Okay, this is specifically designed to tune into your solar plexus. Okay, the living prana within your solar plexus is what we refer to as the ocean of prana, the sea of chi, the reservoir of your life force energy. That's where all of the power source is coming. It's coming right here in you, not somebody else. Okay? So it's coming directly in you. When a person places their hands on you, What's actually happening is their shirt is taking your life force energy and going through you, right? There's some contributing of their life force energy as well too, but it's mainly that when they put their hands on you with the shirt and transfer mode, they're tuning into your solar plexus as well, and that's going in and that's working. Okay, so they're taking the samples of their shirt from their prana, mixing it together with your living prana, because your living prana is doing about 99.9% of the work when you're being healed, when a person puts their hands on you with the shirt on transfer mode. Okay, it does not matter what beliefs you have. This will work on you whether you believe it or not. Okay, that's what's so great about the AetherX technology. With all due respect, guys, a lot of the modern people who say that they're healers, they don't really know the science. If I basically sat down with them, so okay, explain to me how healing works, very few of them could actually answer, right? Or rather answer correctly, because they don't know, right? It's all about prana. It's all about your own life force energy, right? And it's not about trying to use your own vital life force to try and push it into a person, right? Even when we're using the living prana of the solar plexus, it's being facilitated in a very beautiful way, okay? So there's no effort in this. This is functioning as the bridge. It's taking your excess living prana, it's taking your spirit energy, and it's donating it towards the energy that that person has, and it's mixing together, right? So the codes from your shirt, through the prana from your shirt, through you, is mixing together with that person. And their solar plexus prana is doing the work while getting the samples of the codes through you. So I'm hoping I'm explaining that well. Okay, so beliefs don't have a part in it. They don't play a part in this whatsoever. Like I said, these objects do not have their own prana. You are the prana source, okay? You as infinite intelligence are the prana source. And it is the infinite intelligence with you. We can call it the subconscious, we can call it the superconscious. That's what's doing the healing, okay? We can call it spirit, we can call it divine, we can call it God, okay? That's what's doing all the work through your solar plexus. This is your soul battery right here, okay? Infinite spirit, infinite intelligence is using that and healing you, right? Because all these things that are in here have come from a very, very deep state of infinite intelligence that I provide as a vessel, okay? Spirit working through me, putting these into the items, right? The geometry, then putting that geometry on certain items, and then utilizing it, okay? That's the idea. That's the whole creation behind it, okay? Thank you for your question. Now let's go down the list here a bit more. Okay, someone says, why do you have an Illuminati pyramid in your logo? Guys, that's not an Illuminati pyramid. Do you know what that symbol is? Let's take a look at this one. Do you guys know what that is? Can anybody tell me what this symbol actually is? Because it's not what you think it is. If you do not know what this is, and you think it's an Illuminati pyramid, with all due respect, my friend, you are greatly misinformed. You should know what this symbol is. Okay? Can anybody in the chat tell me what this symbol is? I'd like to see if anybody can answer that. Okay, the etheric symbol right here. What is it? What does this symbol mean? Right? Someone thought it was Illuminati. It's not Illuminati. Okay? Can somebody answer what that is? What's that symbol? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, guys, it's the quintessence. Okay, it's the philosopher's stone. That's the quintessence. That is the symbol for all 5 elements. Okay, that is a beautiful divine alchemical symbol that represents everything in unity, that represents everything together. That is the quintessence, the philosopher's stone. That's what that symbol is. That is a beautiful symbol. It represents unification. The X in the symbol represents bringing as above, so below. That's why the X is in that symbol. As above, so below. You see, this is where we get a lot very paranoid. We start looking at geometries and think, oh my God, they're all satanic. They're all demonic. You guys don't understand it. And it's a simple truth, okay? And I'm not saying that to degrade you in any way, but if you don't know what this is and you instantly write it off and think that this is some sort of Illuminati pyramid, then that's ignorance speaking. No offense, but that's ignorance speaking. It's like looking at this. Do you guys know what that symbol is? Okay. We know that that's the flower of life. What about this, guys? Do you know what this is? Okay, that's the Om symbol. There is nothing here that would represent the idea of Satanism or demonics. That comes through ignorance because you're not informed about what these represent. That is the quintessence. That's one of the most beautiful symbols there is because it represents union. It is the representation of all 5 elements together. Quintessence, the philosopher's stone. Okay? It's like a symbol of divine union with spirit. It's a beautiful symbol. And that's exactly why I chose it for etherics. Okay? As above, so below. That's our motto. That's our nature. Okay? Thank you for your question. Okay. So I think we'll end with this final question here from Freeman555, or Freemans555. Question, can we get far in the meditation progression when using HRV daily? So as I talked about with pranayama, breath control, that you're using this together. You're using the healing code cards, the etherics products with pranayama breath control. Okay, so heart rate variability is part of that breath control, that pranayama. So one example I give quite commonly is breathing in for 4 seconds, breathing out for 6 seconds, all through the nose. Into the nose 4, out to the nose 6. So if we're getting far in meditation progression, it's because you're relaxing. Breath plays a very big part in that, yes. But it's because you're relaxing, you're calming yourself down. And you're also bringing in the prana so that when you're using these, that is what's going to bring you a much more beneficial effect, is when we're running the prana through ourselves, through pranayama breath control. Okay? Thank you for your question. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this very special broadcast today with Etherics. Again, website is etherics.co. Don't forget, use your promo code February 1st, Feb1. Okay, receive 15% off everything on Etherics, and it's valid until February 8th. It's for single use only. Okay, you can only use it one time. So make sure you make it count. Don't press the purchase button until you have applied the discount where you see it there. Okay, don't be hasty. Make sure you see it applied first, then press the button. Okay, a lot of people come to me and they make that mistake. So just making sure. Again, facebook.com/etherics store, instagram.com/etherics store, and again, you'll find videos on TikTok on the Etherics website as well too. All right, and that on TikTok it's at etherics store as well too. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Again, I'll be back tomorrow on the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel for New Earth Tarot. Okay, and then Friday for New Earth TV Live. Thanks, guys. Blessings to you all. Take care.